Good evening, good evening, good evening. I'm Jason Sterling. Of course, this is a live stream. We're going to be working a little bit on this restaurant. I had a live stream where we started on this restaurant. Just making sure that my live stream is coming through okay, and it is. So let me set this up here so I can hopefully watch chat. If you'd like to chat, if you have any questions or anything that you'd like to ask or just talk about, please feel free to chime in. I do try to watch it. I'm a little late sometimes at catching it, but I do try. Now we're starting again with this restaurant here. We already worked on this quite a bit, but I had kind of an idea in the meantime, and I did a quick short on this, a YouTube short, where, it's kind of an odd lot, right? You've got this weird sort of road that circles all the way around it. It definitely gives it the impression of being more of a commercial lot than a residential lot, which is why I did do commercial with it. And although I think you could put condominiums here, like that sort of intensive use commercial could go there. But what I really felt like was, just regular commercial. What this back road is for is to keep traffic entering and exiting the parking lot for the structure off the main road. So you would turn here, come around back, park here in the back, and then when it's time to go, you'd back out and exit out the other side, right? That would help improve traffic flow. And in addition, if you need to drop people off for this wide variety of public uses back here, then you could do that on that road as well. So I went ahead and I did add this small parking lot here to the back for use with this restaurant. You can see I put a couple of bicycles here as well. I don't know why is that one floating? I don't know why that one's floating. We're gonna move it down there. I put a couple of bicycles there because maybe you're bicycling to the park and hey, you think I'm gonna run over and grab something to eat real quick. So that's definitely how I ended up doing that. Now we're gonna throw in a few more touches here. Not a lot, but a couple more things. We're going to try to fix this. I don't even know that I should fix this again. Every time I paint or do anything, that step there disappears. But we'll try it again. Put a step in here, like so. And I thought about putting a couple of railings in, although in general, I don't know that we need them. But maybe back here, for these particular steps, we'll throw in a couple of railings real quick. Now, this is our new railing, I guess, with the new pack, right? So we could maybe use that. It would definitely match those corbels, I think. Wonder what color those corbels are. Yeah, they're kind of that brown, I think. So we'll go ahead and we'll grab that again here and put it on the other side. And on this side, I mean, technically, I feel like probably there should be either a railing or something. I think that what we'll use is a sort of pony wall. Much like we have here dividing the parking area from the walkway to the restaurant. We'll just use that sort of pony wall here. We need one big enough to cover a little bit past the fence. Let's see. Well, it may not. You know what? Because of this being two different levels, I might have a little bit of trouble there with it. So maybe I won't use it. Maybe not. Let's see here. One thing I can do to kind of disguise it, though, and make it look a little more normal. So we'll go ahead and just put the hedge here as well, right? That way it doesn't look quite so odd. And I suppose this one hedge sticks all the way down there. Let's just bring it all the way down in the same fashion. Put that there. And that doesn't look too bad. We're going to go ahead and look at the interior of what I'm considering kind of the event space, right? This is kind of the private dining room, a sort of catering type dining room. I'm tempted to go ahead and put furniture in there, but I'm also tempted not to. And the reason why I'm tempted not to is because I don't want it to take too long to get food back and forth, and I don't want the servers to be too distracted trying to get out to this building, you know, kind of out from the main restaurant. But at the same time, I do think you know, it's a nice touch, right? So I think we'll go ahead and go in here and figure out what we're going to do, like doorway wise, right? I can't use this really as a dining area, like a private dining room, without putting in real doors. We need some sort of real doorways on here. So let's see here. What do we have? What do we have? I'm going to adjust things on my desk just a little bit. There we go. What do we have here to use as a door? I'd like something kind of tall, right? Tall, commercial, but also, you know, nice looking. We have something like this. I don't know if it's going to come in the right color. Not really, although otherwise it's a pretty nice door. I'm going to look and see what kind of doors we have new with this pack. This growing together pack, nothing. That was a quick one. No, we've got this here. This looks really good. In fact, now that I pull it up here, something like that. It is a little kind of craftsman for a Spanish look. We could use this though and just go a little sort of commercial with it. That would work. See what we have here. That's not too bad. I wasn't really aiming for white, but the white does match the trim of the rest of the place. So my thought is that we go ahead and go with it. Now the windows are probably going to have to change out a little bit too, again, for the same reason. If I leave it too exposed to the exterior, it just kind of breaks the realism, you know, of it. Kind of surprised I didn't go ahead and put these awnings over all the doors, but I guess I didn't. Let's move it up a little bit. Kind of like the other one there, and then that side's already done, so we'll do this one like so. We probably should put some sort of landscaping in these deep sort of, I don't know, holes here. Let's see what kind of windows. I think we could use a window from the new pack. I'm going to fingers crossed that there is something to use here. Let's see what we've got. There's something like this, and it comes in a pretty nice white version, a couple of nice white versions here. We have that, not too bad. I wouldn't mind it being a little bit bigger. Let's look at this and see. It's not really bigger. Now we have these modern windows. I think they're going to be too big. Yeah, they're supersized. So we're not going to be able to use those either. Let's see if there's anything else here. Am I missing anything else? No, just more supersized windows, which are super cool. I do love them, but they're not really going to work for our purposes. I'm also going to move this down a little bit, though. Which window is highest? That one? They're about the same. Okay, so let's take this one here. Or maybe let's do this version, a little more modern look to it. And I don't want it to be up too high, of course. I want it to have it Sims level so that it feels like it, you know, belongs there. Again, I'm kind of surprised I didn't do all of these window boxes, which is kind of surprising. Maybe I was just trying stuff out, though. Maybe that's not surprising. I might have just been kind of playing around with it, thinking, okay, what can we really do here so that it has a vaguely sort of Spanish revival sort of style. And I think I was right the first time. I should have left that kind of a white because it's going to tie in better with the rest of the trim. Not perfect, but better than what it was looking like there. Do. Okay, now let's take that off. And I guess I'm going to stick with those growing together windows. We'll see in the end how much I actually like them, especially when I'm actually recording the episode that takes place here, because I might decide that I just don't really like them and end up taking them out. Okay, well-crafted window. Another one, another well-crafted window. Whoops. There we go. Do. Okay, that looks pretty good. I think that gives us a good start there. It seals in the inside, of course, which is what we needed to do. I've still got a little bit of bleed over, from these particular items. In theory, I could go through with the tool mod and, try to push them out just a little bit, right? I don't know that I want to go through that much trouble. So we'll see what I decide on that one when it hits the gallery, because I don't know. That seems like a lot of hassle to go through and do each one of those. But we'll see. Now we need a little bit of lighting. I was, of course, using this lighting in the main restaurant. And I think we'll continue on that and make it appear maybe that it is one long, kind of string of lighting. Using the light rope pole. Whoops. Spelling is hard. Okay, here we go. Light rope. There we go. Like so. The interesting thing is that came with the toddler pack. I'm going to say, really, for someone like me, for a builder, basically, yeah, the toddler pack was worth paying for just for that pole. I'm going to get a little bit of stutter off that pole. Again, I can come in with a sim later and use the tool mod. I've mentioned this several times. Click on one of those, make it smaller by 0.01%. It's so small you can't even tell that there's a difference in the piece, but the stutter will go away. They technically will no longer be intersecting because they will not be entirely the same size. So we could throw in maybe a large round table here in the center. fact, I've got a table over here we were using. Like so, and maybe a couple of tables by the windows, maybe. Again, this is, I don't know, that might be too much. This is supposed to be a sort of special event dining area. It's not terribly large. What I might end up doing is taking out some of the doorways and putting extra chairs and tables in there. We don't actually need this. It was really just something I think that would be there with this sort of commercial development. That's kind of what I thought. That's how it ended up there. You would have some sort of tall commercial thing, you know, that would grab people's attention, right? Let them know there's something in this area. We can do some pretty quick filler with this. You know, like so that there's just this sort of appearance. Maybe more like that, in fact. An appearance of, you know, a little more wild greenery. Like so. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Actually, I do like that. So we're gonna stick with that. We're gonna do that in each of these places, and then we're gonna move on to our apartment in San Myshuno, because it won't be an actual one of the apartments that came with City Living, you know, in one of the buildings. It will be a standalone building that I have built in the Spice District that is an apartment building. It's a mixed-use building where there will be a sort of diner and a coffee shop and then these condominiums, right? And it figures very heavily into the third episode of my storyline for Growing Together. The first episode actually launched today. It's on my channel now. But that building will be on the third episode. This building figures into the second episode. That's why I'm trying to finish it up, because I will begin recording that tomorrow heavily, because then I'll be able to edit it through the week, right? So we've got some greenery in there. And about the time that I'm actually using it for recording is probably when I'll upload it to the gallery at some point. When I'm recording, a lot of times, you know, I'll notice something and think, oh, I should fix that. I should do that differently. I should throw in some sort of decor here or there, right? So that's why I probably won't upload this until I get done recording, because I'll have a chance to actually look it over and really think about it. And I have play tested it. It worked beautifully. I was worried that Dine Out was broken. And either it was broken and they fixed it like within the last couple of days, or maybe just the lot I was using somehow was broken. I don't know which, but it worked great. And we got our food like super fast, like really, really quick. And it was just like going to a normal restaurant. So I was really happy with that. I mean, one thing I thought about right off the bat is I'm not sure there's enough landscaping here. Like I have thought of maybe of putting some ivy or something hanging here. One thing that holds me back with doing a whole lot of that is, I mean, you're here for the view of the water and the bridge, not really the view of the landscaping. The landscaping would be just to help soften it with the vehicles going past, right? So we'll go ahead and I think leave this as is for now and take a look at San Myshuno. The build we need there for the third episode. Let me save this real quick. Red Lobster, you may notice, it's Red Lobster. It's a seafood restaurant. I did put a menu on here already, and it's a seafood restaurant. I named it Red Lobster because my son and I, when he was little, his grandparents, I guess, took him once, or maybe they went there regularly. I don't know. But he started telling me how he wanted to go to Red Lobster. He wanted to go to Red Lobster. And I know his grandparents had taken him. And so we started going, and he was just in love with the place. And it's not bad. It's a typical sort of roadside type of restaurant, like interstate side restaurant, right? And they serve seafood. And so I thought, in honor of my son and in honor of nostalgia, I'll call this place Red Lobster, right? So that's how I got its name. Now, we're going to go over here to San Myshuno. This is the building right here. This is the World Imports building. I do have some people living there already that do tie into the storyline that I'm doing, but I'm only going to activate it with them in there in order to, in case I need to test something. Now, I shouldn't need to test anything. This build we're going to do, now we're going to try to use some of the new parts from Growing Together. And if you have the high school pack, the high school pack, you'll recognize some of the things from that pack as well, right? You'll recognize some of the windows and stuff here from that pack. That's when I started building this building. Now, the building itself it's inspired by a building that I built in The Sims 3, right? So the building itself, now, it didn't look exactly like this in The Sims 3, but it did have this sort of curved wall and then a long side and a pool in the back. So that part, now, what I did here is I doubled it, so it's got the same facade on the other side. In The Sims 3, it didn't have that, but here it does. Now, this apartment I also did in The Sims 3. So this exact layout I did in The Sims 3. I did it for a character in The Sims 3, which is the same character that I was going to live in this apartment in The Sims 4. So everything should be fine. I do have some idea where I'm going with this apartment. I definitely, I'm not doing this blind, right? So we'll start here, and this guy that lives here, Tom Gerald, he is a fairly wealthy guy, does a lot of real estate investments, and he is in something of a competition with Daniel Axiom, which, if you've seen the first episode, plays into this storyline. And Tom wants this building, and he wants to build an apartment that looks like something he had in his youth. So we'll put it that way. And he has, it's not going to be terribly modern, right? He's trying to win this building, or he wants this building. Axiom wants it because Axiom wants to take this building and tear it down and then convince the city through eminent domain to tear all of this down. And he's going to build a casino hotel. So a big tower hotel here with a bridge across to a large casino here. It's going to be called the Axiom Atlantis Hotel and Casino, right? Because it's by the water. And then you would have this road that would bring people under, drop them off at the hotel and the casino. And that's what Axiom wants to do. Now, the people in this neighborhood don't want to see that happen. You can imagine eBay that lives along here doesn't want a giant casino and hotel, right? A modern hotel blocking the view of the water. And they don't want to lose what park they have, what open space they have either. But that's for that particular episode. Right now, we're going to build out Tom Gerald's apartment, right? So we're going to start with the kitchen, and the kitchen falls here. Again, because he's building something from when he was younger, it is very much in a more traditional style. So the kitchen is completely enclosed. It isn't open to the dining room, and it isn't open to the living room. We're going to have a bathroom right next to that, like so. And then we're going to have a hallway here that leads to the bedroom. And here we're going to have, again, not walk-in closets, but just two wall-based closets that would have been more typical of the era. And this building, I first built this building, as I said, in The Sims 3, and I actually built it in the Roaring Heights neighborhood, one of my favorite worlds in The Sims 3. If you're still playing The Sims 3, or if you're thinking about playing The Sims 3, play The Sims 3 first of all. It's an excellent game still to this day, still has a huge community playing it. And go and buy Roaring Heights and Lucky Palms both. Both are excellent worlds, and I just adore them. Okay, enough of the sales pitch for The Sims 3, right? So we're going to mark off our rooms, though, like that. Pretty simple design. Then there'll be like a dining area here and a living room here. The front door is already in place here. We are going to use that front door in the rest of our house. So we're going to do the door to the bathroom here and the door to the bedroom here. We're going to go ahead and throw in a few more lights. These will not necessarily be the lights we're going to use for, this apartment. I just want to be able to see what we're doing. And you, if you're watching, probably want to be able to see what I'm doing as well, right? So put those in there. Now, on the closets, we will use the typical closet that I use a lot from Get Together, which is the closet from Get Together. And there's one that I inserted mirrors into a long time ago. It's actually on my gallery on here somewhere. way back. Let's see, where is it? Let me try entering item name and see here if I should try to remember what that's called. Make it easier on myself. There we go. Closet with mirrors. Very easy for me to find there. And we're going to go ahead and put it. We're going to put one here and one here. We might change the color of those later, but for now, that's the idea, right? Now the kitchen, even though it is totally enclosed, we're going to still do an open kitchen, not a closed door kitchen. So we're going to just put in, an archway of some sort. I really, really, really want to use a lot of growing together in this apartment and the high school years both. So we're going to mark those as well. And see what kind of archways we have. Right off the bat, we have this great one, which is an Art Deco archway, right? So that is pretty much exactly what we need. Now, I would say if I was not building this for Tom Gerald, a great thing you could do is you could put it here and open it up to the dining room and then build the kitchen in a U shape, without that door. And then your kitchen would be in a U shape like this. And then the dining room right here. But we're not going to do that, not today. Maybe for the apartment down below, because I'm going to replicate this apartment. This is the 4th floor. I'm going to replicate this apartment on the 3rd floor and the 2nd floor. The 1st floor will be retail. There will be a restaurant in this building and a cafe in this building. Mostly for storytelling purposes, because as you're already thinking, I'm sure, Jason, we don't have mixed use, stuff in game. And you're right, we don't. So, mostly just for storytelling, but I think it'll be fun to have the look, right? Color-wise, I think we'll stick with white for now. And that is actually a really big archway. It might not work. Once we get the cabinetry in there, I'll kind of make a decision, hey, do I feel like this works? One thing we could do right off the bat is line it up with the windows maybe. So instead of centering it in the wall, we'll line it with the windows because we're only going to have cabinetry across this side of the kitchen. On this side, we'll have a small table and 2 chairs, someplace where people, might have breakfast, because this is a 1-bedroom apartment pretty much meant for 2 people, right? The idea being maybe you'd have a baby here, but once the baby's getting older, you're going to need a larger apartment. So we could do it like that, and I think that will work pretty well. We're going to need some sort of flooring for this apartment. Now, out here in the hallway, I do have flooring. This typical kind of San Myshuno apartment, or San Myshuno, flooring, which is the basketball flooring. I do like that. It has a lot of great look to it. We're going to check and see, though, what flooring do we have with this new PAX. And we only have 2. We have this tile. Now, the tile, again, from high school, I really like. I think that we will use this tile in the kitchen and the bathroom for sure, right? Because that does look really good. I'm going to bring it down here. Like that. And then there should be a version where it is, there we go, where it's just straight on the side. Now, to be honest, probably underneath the cabinetry, this sort of apartment would have just had like plywood or something, not had any tile. Although, maybe it would have, But I think what we'll do is we will put something there. We could do something like this, you know, or we could do this. We could kind of make a double thick band on this side. So if you were down on the floor looking at the baseboard of the cabinetry, you see this lovely tile, right? That sounds odd, but I've had a lot of parties where friends were down on the floor in the kitchen. And, you know, when they woke up, sure, I want them to see something nice down there, right? Yeah, of course I do. We're going to do the same sort of tile here in the bathroom. So we're going to do the exact same setup over here. I guess, you know, well, we could do a different color. And for now, we're going to do the same color. We're going to leave it. We're going to leave it like so. Whoops. Just like this. And the reason why I've made this apartment already in this game too, in The Sims 4, in different kind of ways. This is the first time I was able to really make it like I could at Roaring Heights because we could do these curved walls, right? Now in Roaring Heights, we didn't have curved walls in The Sims 3, but we had these pieces you could put in place that had a curved window in it. So that's what I used there. Once we could do curved walls, I started building it, you know, again. It was truly one of my favorite apartments in The Sims 3. And I could actually use it as an apartment in The Sims 3 because, as you know, if you've played The Sims 3, they had apartments, right? Right. For tile here, let's see. I like the subway tile. You know, really well from the new pack. And it does have kind of a 30s feel to it. Let me go in here. If we do it in white, it doesn't look too much out of place. We could also do green, and there's this gold. The gold is a lot. It's a lot of gold. That's a lot of look. I'm going to try the green because there's just a little dot of green here in the tile, and I think that green is kind of pretty with that. So again, let's make it a sort of for now type of decision. We also had this sort of tile here, which I think we could use in the bathroom. And that actually does look really good there in the bathroom. Let me take a look at that. So that yellow I feel does look good in the bathroom there. I wonder what this looks like. Kind of like, nah, no. I'm going to leave this tile here and that tile in the bathroom there for now, except, wow, that's a lot of yellow. I mean, that's a lot of yellow. It really is. I might do plain white. One thing I could say is that plain white would be more in keeping with the tradition of that sort of apartment. So there is that. Now, let's take a look at our kitchen real quick, kitchen cabinets. I might break here with what I was thinking, you know, with, okay, because see, there are no kitchen cabinets with these new packs. So I am going to have to just break with that anyway and just do, you know, something else. So I'm going to go ahead and just take our, you know, filters off here. Let's look at everything we've got to work with and probably choose something like this. Parenthood is a great standby cabinet. I've always liked these. They're really, really cute. I don't know if we have a color that will work, but the green might. The green might work. Let's see here. We've got this green, kind of a dark cabinet. Well, the green might work and it might not. We've got a tan that maybe matches the flooring a little bit better. We also have, though, some of those kit kitchens, right? So we have stuff like this. And we have this stuff here, which is a little modern for where we're headed. The cabinetry from Snowy Escape is also really nice for this look. And then we've got this kind of country cabinetry. The country cabinetry could work. A lot of times we think of this as country cabinetry simply because it was put in the 30s and never changed. So, at least in my area, right? I mean, I think of that as something you might see in the country, but it's not because it was designed for the country or because country people preferred it over other cabinetry. It's because they put this in back in the day and then they took care of it and it's still there. So the yellow looks pretty good again with the floor there. So we definitely could use it as well. The green looks pretty good. And then we have this stuff. I'm afraid that this is actually even more kind of country, right? It is. Again, it's only because it's just of a certain era. And we see it now a lot left over in the country. We've got this great blue. Doesn't really match. I don't know that matches the yellow and the green. I guess it could. I don't think so. So this is causing me way more agony than it should. Which of these actually have upper cabinets to match? So Parenthood does. Parenthood does. Oh, and so does the country cabinetry too. Oh boy, I didn't think it was going to be this hard. Part of it is the flooring is making it hard. Let's, I'm going to go with the green there. I'm going to just go with the green for now, and we're going to just call it good. And I think it has a good look to it. Hold on just a second. The one thing I do like, though, is that this has kind of a wood top, right? And I wish I had something available that had like a tile top to it that was not just this, right? Because this does have a tile top. And that also would be very much in keeping with the era that we're talking about. Nah, nope. Just do this, like so. We're going to use, though, the new kitchen stove from the new pack, which I love and adore. It is like my favorite stove. I also like this one a lot. I love that one so much. It is really calling to me right this moment. In fact, as I look at it, but I want to use the new ones. We're going to put the new one in there, and we're going to put in the new fridge that matches it, which is fantastic. These two appliances are so fabulous. They are so cool. Like, I would give anything to own these in my kitchen right now. You know, they're just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So gorgeous. I think we could go with a little color there. We do have green, but the green might clash a little bit too much with the cabinetry, maybe. And we could go with white, right? So white definitely kind of ties in with the floor. And I'm not so sure now. Lord, does it? I am making this way too hard, but I do want it to look nice. I mean, I'll say that. Let's leave it green. And just, I might have to change it, but for now we're going to leave it green. Let's get some cabinets into this place and get the hell out of this kitchen for a moment. Do we have green cabinetry? Is that our green? Yeah, that's our green. I don't know. Does that match? That doesn't actually match, so does it? Oh, don't do this to me, Sims. There's that green. That doesn't exactly match either. I have a mind to do everything in the kitchen just a different color now. Just do it all, just a wild different color and a mishmash, and be like, that's good. That's good. Everything's going to look different. We'll go like this. One thing I cannot wait for is a color wheel. I mean, I really want the whole cast system from The Sims 3 back. The whole thing, patterns and everything. But I really, at least a color wheel would be so nice. I like for things to match, right? And in the real world, in my world anyway, things can match sometimes. You know, you can get stuff made to match and kind of made to order. So that is usually what I'm looking for. But we've got the kitchen down now. Looks pretty good. We will put a table and chairs in here. Let's filter everything again, see what we've got to work with. None of this is really, again, going to kind of grab me for what I'm doing with this house, though. That's cute. That's cute. It's for prom, right? So we do have this. The trendy table might work. Comes in kind of a green. Comes in this, you know, yellowy sort of color. Let's go with that. I think that's Art Deco enough. And let's see what kind of chairs we have to work with. Love these new chairs. Let's look at this one. They come in green. Come in white. Oh, I like that. That looks good. So we'll put that there, and we'll we will eventually put something on the walls in there. We need to go ahead and do the bathroom as well. Let's see what we've got here for bathroom stuff. I didn't pull up the bathroom stuff there. No, that's weird. Oh, because I didn't do that. Okay, so we don't really have anything for the bathroom. If we do just those two packs, do we? We've got a couple of sinks. Now, this sink will work. We are going to use this sink from the high school pack, high school years. Put it here by the door. I think we'll do double. Well, you know, single sink would be more in keeping with the era, but I think we'll do double. Do we have any toilets? Not really. That's what I just looked at. So we'll come back to the toilet in a bit. And then we've got this new shower. I love the new shower. It's got a great new look to it. Unfortunately, it blocks the window, right? Right. So we're not going to use that, obviously. And we will have to look for something else here. Let's look for a tub. If we did something kind of in keeping with the era, we've got this. That looks very good. We've got this one, of course. We could also use this. This is very nice. And this is a very, you know, fancy tub, right? Let's take a look at it and see. I think it kind of matches, you know, what we've got going here. What kind of colors does it come in? White. White's always good. I'm glad it's in white. Let's go with white, in fact. White also would be in keeping with the era again. A lot of, you know, fixtures and bathrooms and stuff were white during that era. So we'll go with that. And we'll go with this, you know, white toilet. But next to it, probably need to put in a couple of mirrors real quick here. And let's see. Let's filter again. Am I gonna get lucky? You might get lucky. Here we go with the new pack. We've got some great mirrors here. This is very cool. I really do like that. Let's see what kind of colors we can get it in. Let's try that one. That's very nice. Kind of fancy. I like it. It does intersect our, you know, pipe there a bit, so we're going to raise it up just a little bit there. Hopefully the sim can still see in it like normal. If they can't, I might drop it down and just pretend or something, right? That maybe we paid to drill a hole through there or something. We could go ahead and grab some toilet paper and some towels. We've got a few towels here. That looks good. It's just a hand towel. We'll put it over here. And maybe we could blow it up, make it a little bit bigger as a bath towel. Put it here on this side. Like so. I'm going to lift that up just a little bit. We could put some art in here later. Probably ought to grab some toilet paper. What I really wish they had for this is a toilet paper stand, which is, a stand that sits next to the toilet that you put toilet paper on. This is really awkward. Now, I've seen this before where they put toilet paper on a wall like that. And in fact, I just stayed in a hotel. I just stayed in a hotel in Washington, D.C., and that's how the toilet paper was back behind you, on the wall by the toilet. In my own house, there are some bathrooms that don't have toilet paper holders attached to the wall for aesthetic reasons, and I do use toilet paper holders, like stands, right, that you put it on. I wish we had those for the game. So let's see here. Flooring-wise, are we going to stick with the wood that we have here right now? I'm going to say yes, I guess. It could be tough right there, though, because it's going to run at a different angle than I want. Now I could go in and do like this, right? Like so. And then maybe we could put carpet there. I don't normally use carpet. Carpet's not my deal, but maybe we could put some carpet there. Something like this, maybe from Dine Out. Because then when we put it in, it still doesn't match exactly. This is going to be tough. Okay, so it's even got a different kind of color to it. I mean, the only other thing I could really do would be, is there a wood that I don't have to turn on an angle? I don't have to switch for it to run lengthways like that. Not that one. Not that one. I don't think that there is. I think they all run like that, right? The grain runs like this, and I want it to run like this. So, with that being the case, I could do a parquet type of flooring. Come on. A little trouble with my mouse there for a minute. I could do this sort of, parquet style flooring. And then how does it play with this window? I don't know what's going on with that. There we go. Okay, so the parquet flooring works okay, right? I mean, it looks a little bit better. If I move this light, no, that doesn't help. I'm getting I guess I don't know what it is, but I'm getting a really weird shadow there. And I guess I can pretend that's the light coming from the window. Is it the light coming from the window? Probably. So maybe once we get some curtains up, maybe it'll be better. In the meantime, I guess we could do this parquet flooring that I don't love. How about this? This is a little bit better. I wonder if I did this in a lighter. It just seems so fancy, right? It seems so fancy for this sort of apartment that's kind of what's holding me back there. Let me look at this. That's a little bit better. I don't know why, really. I guess because maybe it looks a little more. Let's leave it like that for now. And then we'll come back to it and revisit it later. What else have I got? Got stuff like that. That at least looks old. It does look old. I'll give you that. That does look kind of old. And you might find it in an older apartment like that. So Let's leave that. Does it come in a lighter color? No. I'm going to leave the bedroom kind of like that. I'm going to leave this room like this. And then we'll decide as we build out here maybe what we're going to do. We need some walls. We need some wall color. We need something on the walls. Let's take a look here and see again what do we have to work with. We've got Suburban Dream sign. Ooh, that actually looks kind of good. Kind of modern, a little too modern for this place, but I love that. I actually do love that. Now we've got tile, nah. Got stone. There may not really be anything within these two packs again that's going to give us the look we want. Like I said, I really like that for a modern look and feel. And I might do one of the other apartments like that, but not this one. So let's take off our filters again and see what we've got to use just in general for this room. That's kind of a nice look for a distressed tea stain type of look. I do like that. Aha, now we've got something a little fancier here, of course. Got this sort of stuff. Maybe too fancy. I mean, that's a lot of look. Yeah, that's a lot of look. We've got this, though. This isn't too bad. Nah, no. And we've got Retro Luxe. Let's take out... Retro Luxe is not too bad. We could do some Retro Luxe in here. Keep it kind of light. Keep it kind of airy. Let's try that. No, let's not. Let's look at red. Yeah, I kind of think I like that better. I want something kind of dark with some crown molding on it. You know, a little fancier, not too crazy, but a little bit. Will that get any whiter? No. So we're going to use the same wall color here and in here. Let's work on our living room. First thing I want to do is put up curtains, and I want to use those curtains from Growing Together, I think it is. Not Growing Together. The high school pack, I mean. We'll look at Growing Together, though. Maybe it was an update. Had like that bar. Just gonna scan through here and see if I can find it. There's like a curtain with like a square box on it, right? And then you could get the little square box by itself. So you could line it along the wall and make it look like the curtain was on a track to pull close. And I haven't used it. I don't use curtains a lot because you can't open and close them. But where would that be? Is it this? I think it's that. I think it's that. Is it that? It might be that. But Lord, that's big. Is there a smaller version of that? That's the wedding pack. Let me look here. My Wedding Stories, is it that? It might be that. Let me see if there's a matching bar to that, because I do think that there is. I think. But I don't see it. It looks like that, though. Huh. Okay, let's take a look here. Let's see. It's relatively recent that it came out, like around the time of high school, I think. It's not this, right? No. No. Is it this? Oh, maybe it's this. Maybe it's this. Oh, it is this. What is this? What pack is this? Is this, what pack is this? It's going to be a kit. Okay, so it's one of the kits, and let me see here. There's going to be like, it's like the desert kit. Is that it? And then you could like put one here and here. Maybe even like here and here. And then, actually, I don't know if I'm going to put one there or not. Keep that view wide open. But then there's like the little bar, okay? So there's the little bar that can connect those two pieces together. If I can find it here. And why it's not with the curtains, I don't know, but I feel like I remember it wasn't. It's in with the stuff, right? Aha, and there it is. So we'll go like that. Whoops. Like so. Now I could change the color on it, maybe. Let's see what we've got here. We've got white. White. What I really would like is a tan curtain with a white bar, but I think I'm going to change it all to white. Come on. Today has been a very busy day for me. My son and I were at the medieval fair today, which is, as it sounds like, a sort of Renaissance medieval fair. It's put on every year here in my hometown of Norman, Oklahoma. And it is like the third largest event in the state. So it's a pretty good size event. And it's been going on for like 50 years. We always have a really good time when we go. We had a good time today. We did have to leave early, though. There was some excitement. A thunderstorm blew up. And I guess they don't really want you hanging around outside when it's like lightning and hailing, right? They were not cool with that, so we had to leave and kind of it had to end early. This was the last day of it, and it did end up ending about 2 hours early, but we had a great time. We were there for several hours, and we had a really cool time. I had wanted to get an extra snack. So far, it had crepes. I had like a banana split crepe, so good, and I had fried peaches, also so good. Both of which, of course, are as healthy as they sound. And like always with me, I had a Diet Coke with it for health. So it was a great afternoon of just healthy living. My son and I at the medieval fair. It's a lot of fun. I caught part of the human chess match, which is, great fun. And some, jousting and sword fighting. There were various minstrels there at the park. I don't see a lot of furniture I want to use in the living room necessarily with this pack. What's this? A bar stool. Okay. I do think that I will use this chair or this chair in the dining room, though. Maybe. I'm getting kind of a maybe vibe at the moment. I mean, I like the idea of using it, but I don't know. We're going to set a couple of those chairs. We'll set that one there. I also like this. Love this new chair. We'll set that one there. And then we're going to grab this. I'm going to use this. Maybe. Let's take a look at it and see what we can come up with, especially in that red against the red wall. Maybe too much. We'll grab another, maybe a blue. My son had a standard crepe. He had just like a lemon sort of custard crepe. My crepe, as it sounds, was stuffed with ice cream, bananas, strawberries, drizzled with chocolate, and probably was enough calories for the entire day, but it was worth it. Totally worth it. Let's see here. No. I think I'm going to go to Dream Home Decorator. I use a lot of furniture from that pack because it's nice. Because it's nice furniture. So we're going to check that out real quick. Let's go to Dream Home Decorator here. See what it has. It's actually one of my favorite game packs. Dream Home Decorator. I play with it all the time. I love it as an active career. It's so much fun. It's got, like I said, great furniture in it. Great furniture. We could go with a blue or yellow or white. Or maybe, I'm going to try for a blue. I'm going to try for a blue on that. And we're going to grab this here, like so. Like that. I think maybe. Then we'll put these things here. Maybe do some plants back here. And I feel like everything coordinates really well with Dream Home Decorator. I do, like really well. So we'll go kind of with that there. Where's a rug? I forgot to put in the cheats to unlock stuff. Let's see here. That'll fix that, right? And then we can take a look at this rug. And not use it. Yeah, we're not going to use that rug. It was a good idea. Kinda, maybe. Let's see here. Kinda, maybe not. Kinda, maybe not. I think we'll turn that to white. Maybe. Well, maybe not either. Let's get rid of it. Let's not have a table there just yet. What kind of tables do we have with high school years and growing together? I don't know if there's anything I'm really going to want to use as a coffee table in this area. None of it's really grabbed me. I'm going to just wait on it for now. I still want to find a rug for what we have here. Now, oh, that's a splash pad. Let's say that looks not interesting. That looks nice. How about that? It does look nice. It does look very modern. You know, these could work really well in kind of like that. Like if you're doing a 1960s style kind of mod interior, that would work great. We're not doing that today. We're not doing that today, so we're going to take that off. But it would work well. It would. Got something like this. Maybe. But I really want something I think more modern. Maybe that's the reason why none of this is grabbing me is I'd like to see something a little more modern in this space. And I would love to go with a round one, but I don't know that we're going to have that. We do have this. Good standby. Good old standby. It's kind of round, you know. In some ways, I feel like the problem I'm having might be with the sofa, too. It's like I want to do it, but it's not really. Try doing this. Let's make it kind of a conversation pit, maybe, all right? I kind of like that. Let's do that. And then we're going to put these end tables kind of like right here. And we're going to have to play test that because I don't know if he's going to be able to get back there, my little sim. But I hope he can because I do kind of dig that. The other thing, I think we're going to go in here real quick and we're going to grab another one of those rugs in a different color. Just eyedrop it. So we could do something kind of like that in the middle. And we could do it maybe in a yellow. It's kind of a sunburst or an orange. Like that. I mean, that's looking really modern, but it also does have kind of an Art Deco feel to me, so I'm going to stick with that. Now, let's filter our items again and see if we can find something here for the entryway out of all of this stuff, right? Oh, yes, definitely right off the bat, we're going to use this. I love these new picture frames, and I don't know why, because I feel like it's just a picture frame, and is it really, that different? Don't we have kind of frames like that, sort of? Maybe, kind of? I don't know. I mean, really, I feel like they are, like the frames we've got, but at the same time, I just adore these. I just adore them. I've used them like so much now. And I think they're going to be a real go-to for me, especially even when it's not family play, even when it's just friend type play, or something like that. Because it was really cool. It was cool to take pictures of my Sims and then kind of put them on the wall, that matched. I don't know about those. Maybe one of them. And the crazy thing is, I have never, since I first moved out of my house, and I did when I first moved out, but I've never put family photos on the wall, like never, right? And here I'm in The Sims loading down the walls now with family photos. So there you go. My, oh my. Okay, let's see. I mean, I have an idea, I think, of what I want to do. Oh, that's kind of cool. Let me look at that. Be kind of weird in the living room, but it's cool. I'm thinking of using this, which I already pulled one of those for that reason. Maybe put it this way. And then we could put a mirror above it, so you can check your look, on the way out the front door. Kind of center it on there. It's looking pretty good. Place to put photographs, which we will do later. Now, in one version of this build, I actually put a small dining room here, and I put kind of a media setup over here. We're not going to do that this time. Of course, we are going to put a standard, we'll have a kind of a standard living room here. Let's, though, grab, what kind of chairs do we have? I like this. We could do something like this. I don't know about the colors. That's the weird thing is I'm not sure. The colors are going to work really, really great here. Except for white, right? I mean, white always works. We could do white. There is this. Now, this is cool. And that has kind of an Art Deco look to it. So maybe something like that. I wish it didn't have the pillow on it. I mean, maybe some people really like that. I do not like it when there's like a pillow, you know, on the furniture because it just often doesn't suit the style I'm going for. Now, if we could change just the color of the pillow, you know, if we could change, see, like that. I mean, that's not going to fit the rest of the apartment. If we could change just the color of the pillow, I think I would like it a lot better. I do use pillows sometimes, you know, in my house, but that I like the shape of it, but the patterns on it are just not going to work. So let's try this. I do like the shape on this too. It has a pretty cool mid-century modern type of look. It could be deco. It could be a little deco. There's some stuff out there that it vaguely is reminiscent of. And maybe we'll grab this little table here. Now, what I would love to do is use these chairs for the dining room table. Those chairs I just, you know, placed there. We can't. We can't, but I would love to. I'm going to take this off for now. The window does not want to stay in place. Let's do that. Let's look for a dining room table real quick and see what we can come up with for the dining room. Dining room kind of reminds me of eating. I'm still not hungry though. After my son and I weighing down on junk today. Maybe go with the blue. So kind of got some blue going on. Oh boy, none of this is really grabbing me, that's for sure. We could go in and I don't know. I don't know what we could do. Let's see here, not that. We've got this. Now that is, I think, the cafeteria table, right? But we could use that, maybe. Maybe we could use that. Let's see what kind of styles do we have it in. We've got that, you know. Does it come in a darker version? Kinda like that. With that chair around it? I don't know. But maybe with that chair around it. Let's see. This has been tough trying to decorate with these packs. And I'm about over it. I'm about to give that idea up and just go back. Just do everything. In fact, I'm going to do that. I'm going to just take these off. There's nothing there I like at the moment for this apartment. Okay, so let's see if we do. What else do we have? We have this. We have this. We have that. We have this. Let's see here. That I do like. I didn't really plan on doing a round table here, but a round table would work. And I think the colors of the chair and the colors of the table at least, you know, merge together relatively well. The one thing I don't like is will they be able to use it here? Because if I'm going to use that, I want it to be kind of lined up with those windows. So we'll see. In the end, when I play test, if it does not work, well, we'll have to move it. Now, I do think there's some light fixtures from high school, and we'll look at growing together as well. Because we've got this. I love that, in fact, and I'm going to use this a lot. I'm going to go ahead and put one there, and I'm going to replace these lights in the hallway and in the kitchen with those. And we're going to put the same sort of fixture over here in the entryway as well. Now, the living room, I don't know if we'll use an actual light fixture. We might do table lamps or something like that. And the bathroom, I don't know either. Or the bedroom. Not real sure on those two rooms. We'll leave some light in there, though, until I decide. We do need some art here for the dining room. I think... Again, I want to look at the art from these two most recent packs. I am not hopeful. Except for those. Those are great. Do love these. These are all fantastic. Now, I like these travel posters. They're very cool, too. I'm going to pull a travel poster. No, I'm not going to use a travel poster there. I think that's not quite what I'm looking for, though, for this particular build. I want to be a little more sophisticated than that. Let's see here. And it doesn't really have to be a painting. It could be just something that hangs on the wall. We've got these, which are just big standbys with me. I mean, I use them all the time. But, you know, that looks really good. We could put that there. And then we could flank it with something that maybe would match in the same sort of tone and feel. Maybe. If we can find something. What's this here? We have that. That's very pretty. And it looks like the frame is very close in tone to that frame. Yeah, I'm going to just flank it with that. I think that looks pretty good. And then one thing we're going to do is we're going to put, I think like a serving buffet over here on this wall. Surfaces again. Now I've already checked this. I know I don't think there's going to be anything here, but let's check one more time. Maybe there's a buffet style thing that we could use for this particular look. We're going to check. There's a lot of pieces here. Well, that's for sure. But I don't think, again, I don't really think for this look that that's what we're going for. One thing I could check real quick would be dressers. Like this. This might work. Tone-wise, you know, the wood looks remarkably the same. It has some gold accents on it. And it's got a very sophisticated top, right? You know, it's got this marble top on it. So it's got a very sophisticated top. I think we will go with that for now. We're going to put a mirror above it with some sconces on each side. That's what's kind of in my head at the moment. Let's go that route, right? Not that. Let's see here. Now we've got something like that. Or this. If that was bigger, I think that would work pretty well. We could do this or that. No. Maybe we won't do a mirror. Ooh, shocker. Plot twist. We won't do a mirror. Because I don't know that I'm actually seeing anything here I think will work for this particular area. I like mirrors above a serving buffet like that, but nothing at all is grabbing me for placement for this style of look. So we could do that. Now that's not bad. Let's try that. Let's go with that. That's not bad. That's not bad. We're gonna. I think that's gonna click the box for us, right? Let's try that, and let's look here and see what we've got for sconces. This is great. I mean, this is a fantastic go-to. This one here, I think, also is really nice. So let's go with the newer one here, like so. And I think we do get kind of a nice look there, right? Nice, well-lit buffet. Matches well enough with our dining room, I think. Yeah, it does. We might change the tone of this painting more to red or brown or white. I'm going to go with white. I'm going to put... We probably could use some sort of art here by these chairs. Definitely, in fact. One thing that might be kind of nice, let me see what we've got here for columns. Okay, so we've got this. That's good. That's actually really good. Oh boy. So we could do something like that. So it creates almost like a sort of private alcove, right? If I can, I mean, I guess we can use white because I think that's the only color that's really going to suit the space. And we could put one here as well. Then it really creates a definition of this is the living area, this is the dining room. I think if I set it into the wall, it's too much, so we're going to leave it like that. And we're going to bring this out a little bit more, kind of like this. And what I really want to do is put bookshelves back behind here. So let's see what we've got for that sort of storage. It's not bad. Does it come facing? Yeah, it does. It faces the other direction like that. The only thing I can say that it gives me pause on it is that it's not tall enough. That's not either, though. And it does have that look. So maybe if we do this. So that we get, I mean, does it look too weird? I don't know. I'm going to leave it like that because that is and I'll have to use tool mod to come in and in fact, I can do that right now. We can use a tool mod. You know, we're getting some stutter here, right? Some move objects on stutter. And we can use a tool mod to fix that really quick and easily. We're going to scale down one of those shelves by 1/100th of its size. Can't even tell it's changed sizes, but there's no longer a stutter. So, because technically, even though it's just a minute amount, those two objects are no longer intersecting at the exact same point because it is ever so slightly smaller. And so we end up with that, right? So it works great. The columns won't stay there, of course, which is unfortunate. But I think it looks pretty good. Now let's look at the colors we have for these bookshelves. Ideally, I would want to do white, ideally. So let's take a look and see what we've got. That's white. That's white. Like so, not bad. And then again, we're going to need to put some sort of lighting in here. This is a place to read books, right? So I want to see what kind of table lamp lighting we have from our new packs. So far, I've done so well with the new packs. Actually, I haven't done that bad. There are several things I've used from these two most recent packs. So I really haven't done that bad. It's a little bit in jest there. But when I think about it, no, I've actually used quite a bit. We've got that. We've got it in blue. Got it in white, of course. Something along those lines. And that looks lovely. I think that has a very kind of Art Deco look to it. Very nice way of filling up that space, kind of creating a library off of the living room. For the living room lighting, I don't know. Let's see. Do we have any sconces? I mean, we can always use these lamps here, right? Definitely. We can always use those lamps there. And I have an idea for additional lighting, but I don't know. I'm going to give it a go. Let's see what it looks like. It might look just too modern or too, But let's see here. I think it is under this here. And I think it'll work. This. That's what I'm thinking, is we could line the walls with like floor level baseboard lighting, which would be very modern, very contemporary. So I don't see anything else aside from that one. So let's try that one and see what we end up with. Because I'm thinking we bring it all the way around like we did the curtains, right? And we just do like, whoops, like that. And then we have a really brightly lit area, right? And it looks kind of modern and kind of cool. So I'm going to call that a yes. I think that's a big yes. I think that looks really good. I do like it a lot. I'm starting to dig this space. I was a little nervous there for a while that maybe I wouldn't, but I am starting to dig this space. Let me grab a few decorative items here. We need some plants for our little table, some sort of plant, let's see what we've got. Let's try these two first. I don't know if any of these are actually going to work, but I think they're all too big, Yeah, they're not really tabletop planters. That one kind of is. Let me take a look at that. That's a lot. I mean, it's a lot, but it definitely looks kind of like an entryway type of planter. Comes in white. It's got a nice, I'm sold. Oh, I'm going with that. Oh, that is great. No, I love that. That red really looks good against the wall. It's got a fantastic dark base to it. Ties in here and here. kind of that darkness. And yeah, I love that. I love that. And in fact, I might use that over here on the table as a table centerpiece as well. Like that. Yeah, that's good. I like that a lot. I didn't expect it to be that cool or that quick. You know, I thought I was going to be searching through a bunch of stuff. Let's take a look at other decorative items and see if there's a tabletop sort of thing we can throw on here. There might be. There might not be, but there might be. We'll take a look and see what we get. That I just love that. I got to go back and look at that again. I love that. That is a beautiful floral design. I'm not kidding. There's someone whoever does that, they need to open a florist shop. They need to open a florist shop because that's gorgeous. They hit it out of the park. They nailed it on that one. Let's see here. What else do we have? We have. That's it. We don't have anything else that I'm probably going to use here. So let's turn off our filters and see if we can grab a little something, throw up there on top of our display, right? Our counter there. I mean, right off the bat, I'm thinking that gold like tea set, you know, but that's almost like too much. Let's see here. I'm thinking about taking my son lunch tomorrow to school. I used to do that all the time. I would take him lunch to school. And then I kind of got out of the habit when he got into middle school. And I guess I kind of felt like, I don't want to take him away from lunch with his friends, which oftentimes, I might use this in the hall, which oftentimes, is pretty important, right? Oh, man. Oh, my gosh, I love that. I'm going to use that in the hall. Yeah, I'm going to use that in the hall. I'm glad I came across that. I remember that, but I'm glad I came across it from that wedding, stuff. So, okay, that's good. That works. But I kind of got out of the habit because of that. They want to hang out with their friends. They want to do their own sort of stuff. But I might surprise them tomorrow with some lunch. Let's see here. Do I have anything that will work? There's that. How big is it? Too big, maybe. I mean, it's not too bad. I'd like for it to be centered. If we could get it centered, that'd be great. I could center it with the tool mod, of course. Good old trusty tool mod. I definitely could move it over with the tool mod. I'm going to see what else we have first and see if there's something else. Now, see, I kind of like that. Okay, because, it does look a little Art Deco, this sort of city skyline, right? Again, it's not centering the way I want. And maybe nothing's going to. I may have to accept that nothing's going to, but this is good. This looks really good. Will that center? No, that won't center either. But I could maybe do two of him because he's relatively small. We've got that gold and then just nothing in the middle, right? Maybe we just leave the middle open for food, right? For people to put food on. Let's take a look at this and see what we have here. Do the gold version. And I think we might use that in the bedroom. I'm going to put this opposite the kitchen window or the kitchen door. See how well it looks from this angle. Not bad. Not bad. I was thinking about making it even bigger. Ooh, that's big. That is twice its size, of course. Again, with the tool mod, I could make it just a little bit bigger, but not twice its size. So we'll think about it. For now, we're going to leave it just like that. What other styles does that come in? It comes in different colors, but it's essentially the same thing, although I do like that with black. Let's go ahead and do... Oh, it's the same thing. No wonder I like it. I'm like, I really like that one. Yeah, it's the one I'm already using. We do have something like that, or... There is a painting I'm thinking of that I think I could use here. Let's take a look at it. See if I can find it. And I think it's in this group. That. So we could do that like that. Kind of modern, kind of something different. Now, maybe it's too different next to everything else, maybe. Though I have a lot of Asian stuff here, and then to throw that into the mix might not work. Lord, save me from myself. Let's take a look at this. There's that. That's not bad. And you know, the red of the frame kind of ties into the red of the picture next to it, and we're going to call that a go. So we've got our living area kind of nailed down here, and I do think it looks pretty good. We've got our living room. One thing I might change, again, real quick here, is there a red version of that? I thought there was, but no. That's one thing, since I'm ending up with so much red in here, I kind of would like to have some red to tie this area into the rest of it. We can always just grab old trusty, the circular red rug. Where is it here? This. Like that. We'll do that. And that also has a vaguely Asian appearance. It has a vaguely sort of Japanese flag, you know, rising sun style flag appearance. And so, yeah, I think we can do that pretty safely. I don't know about keeping this plant here, but for now, I am going to leave it. And for now, that's our living space. Not bad. Not too bad. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. That leaves our bedroom, of course, and some overall decorating every so often. But right now, it's really our bedroom that needs to be finished off. I am done. I am done with that floor. I'm not going to use that floor. I'm going to use this floor in here. You know, I couldn't decide. I've decided we're going to use that floor. I'm going to change the closets around, I think. Maybe. Well, no. I mean, they're white. I was thinking change them to red. I think the red clashes. Yeah, I'm going to leave them white. And we're going to need a bed, and we're going to need some light fixtures in the ceiling, right? Right. So we're going to take these light fixtures out. Try to find light fixtures right off the bat. Lighting, overhead lighting. We've got this. I think it's too big. Well, no, it's not very big, is it? Okay, well, there is that. There's this. Now, I've used this, you know, just in the restaurant recently. I could put this in the bedroom though, and the bathroom both, and actually the kitchen too. Now that I think about it, and I think I will. I think that we're going to go with this for the bedroom. We'll put one here in the corner. And the bathroom. Because, again, you would have had a lot of that sort of pendant lighting like that. Back in the day, back in the era, back in the decade ago. I need a sink in there. Probably should put a sink in. And one thing I could do as well is we could wrap. Let me gather my thoughts about it. We could wrap the cabinetry, not the upper cabinetry, but we could wrap the lower cabinetry here across this wall. That would give us more room to work, right? And we could put the sink by the window. And I think that is exactly what I'm going to do. So we're going to basically move this here. We're going to move this here. And we're going to grab a corner version of this cabinet. And I think that would be more realistic than to have such a small kitchen for the era, right? So we do like that. And then I think what we'll do in addition is go ahead. Should we go ahead and try to put like this sort of tile, right? Like maybe like that. Whoops. So maybe do it in that fashion. And then do Control F to kind of create, you know, a corner there. I'm going to have to move that chair. I can't see what I'm doing. Okay. To create a corner there, but is that right? Is it fitting right? I don't know. Let's see here. And then like right here. Ah, there we go. Kind of like that, right? And then here and here. Yeah, and then that kind of fixes that, right? Gives it more of a look like it's supposed to be, right? So let's change the sink real quick to that. And that looks better. And we could even put another sink here like it was a double sink. I'm not going to. I'm going to just leave it plain. But we could put it there if we wanted to. And then we'll put the chair here. And then we're going to scoot this down just a little bit so that there is enough room in the kitchen here to kind of maneuver. We'll put the light fixture in the middle. And at some point, we're going to put some sort of decor here above the kitchen. Now, let's get back to our bedroom. Let's put it over here, maybe, or here. Now that I get in here, I don't know that I even have room for that or any place to put it. But we're going to leave it nonetheless because when I saw it, I kind of thought, well, that feels like what I'm looking for, right? Let's grab these things. Beds with the new pack. We got something like that. We got something like this, which is actually more Art Deco, or something like that, which is more Art Deco. I think this is probably what's going to suit us if, God willing, it comes in the right colors. Let's take a look here and see what we've got. Now, we do have white. No, that's not white. That's not white either. Oh, shoot. We don't have a white, do we? We're going to have all these patterns. That one is okay in black. I didn't really want to do black, like a black bedroom, but that pattern looks okay in black. I'll give them that. We've got this thing. That's not bad. Actually, that's not bad. That also has a vaguely sort of Art Deco headboard. So let's see what we've got for it. No. Maybe. No. Again, the black looks good, but the white looks better there. We could maybe go with white. And what else do we have? We have this. It's not too bad. Let's see what colors it comes in. No. That's not, I mean, it's not bad. I like that, but I don't think for this room. I don't. That's okay. Nice red, kind of intense. And it's a nicer bed. Well, no, not really. Huh. And that. So I can go with white or I can go with red. I'm going to go with the red. I think. I'm going to get it there and probably change my mind. But for now, we're going to say, let's put the red there. And maybe move it here. Yeah, I'm going to change my mind. Let's go with the whites. And I need some end tables, and I might actually use the same end tables that I've got here in the living room. Keep things a little cohesive. I'm going to use that twice. And then I want to use this here somewhere as well. And then we'll go down here. See, actually, this might fit better by the bed because it's got kind of a, you know, narrow profile to it. I'll put one of these over here by the window because we're going to put a chair there. And in fact, I think I might just use the same chair as from the living room, like one of these chairs here. And we need to find, I think I'm going to take this light fixture out and just put like a, you know, sort of pedestal light fixture behind it. Let's see here. I'm gonna give that a little bit richer look too. Let's put a little color into this room. Okay, there we go. And we're gonna need, we don't need a dresser because we do have a closet. We could put a dresser in, but really don't need it. So let's grab a rug of some sort that hopefully matches, right? Rugs. That's all of our rugs from the packs, but is there something here that might work? Maybe, maybe so. Nah, not that. Okay, let's see here. Okay, none of those. Let's take this off and see if we can find something else. I don't want something too crazy. I almost feel like I just want something kind of plain under this bed. It doesn't need anything to compete with it. We have some San Myshuno options here. Orange. No real red there. Nothing is grabbing me again. Okay, let's try this. Is there something here? I kind of think of that as old trusty. I use that quite a bit. But, you know, it's got kind of a good look to it. And maybe if we can find some art that will match sort of this gold tone we've got going to go over the bed, that might tie things together enough to call it good. I also think we'll go ahead and put curtains in this room. I'm not planning curtains for like the bathroom or the kitchen. I mean, I'm going to do something for the bathroom. Don't get me wrong. But probably not curtains. It's kind of weird. It's not really fitting exactly like it's supposed to. You can kind of eyeball it, but that's kind of strange. Oh, come on. There we go. Again, the tool mod would probably help there. I probably could use the tool mod to make sure it's perfect. Here in the bathroom, just while I'm thinking about it, I think we will put some sort of blinds here by the tub. So when you stand up, you're not completely naked for the whole world to see. Although, who knows, maybe the person that lives in this apartment, maybe, Tom Gerald, maybe he doesn't care if the whole world sees. He probably doesn't, He's rich, right? He's like, whatever. But we'll go ahead and put, something kind of like that. So we still get some light from above, a little bit of light. We'll pull that out some there. It's not too bad. I might change that out for something that in tone that fits a little bit better. But for now, not bad. Yeah, that's okay. Kitchen doesn't need any curtains. And that just leaves us with something over the bed, right? Right. Put that more in the center of the room. Whoo, and what do we have for over the bed? Oh, you know what? What does this look like? I have used that sometime blown up bigger. Again, now this is twice this size. I don't really need twice the size. I just want it to be bigger than this, right? So let's go get the tool mod real quick, and we're going to scale it up like 125% maybe, or something like that, instead of 200%, right? So see, a little bit bigger, right? Just a little bit. And we'll bring this up here, kind of like this. And that's not a bad look. I do like that. I have also done, we could do mirrors behind it. I think I did mirrors behind this. Let's see. No. Oh, you know what I did? But again, I think I used a tool mod to pull it out a little bit. I don't want to go through that much trouble. Okay, so we've got that all taken care of, right? Bedroom is pretty much in a good space. I could maybe do a different carpet in there, if it kind of struck me to do so. I am going to go ahead and I might change this around a little bit in the end. Because that looks so thick now. And I should be able to, let me take a look here. Should be able to do, nah, let's just leave it. Let's leave it as it is. And we're going to call this good. Please hit like, subscribe, and notify. And we'll see how this all turns out for us in the end with episode 3 of my Sims storyline for Growing Together, which takes place here in San Myshuno, as opposed to San Sequoia. We do go to San Sequoia a little bit during the storyline, but the main bulk of it takes place right here where my family lives, where my Sims family lives, in the Spice District in San Myshuno. And this building is coming along. I need to do apartments, like I said, on these other levels. A large apartment in this area, which I'll replicate on the other levels. A diner, a cafe, maybe an empty storefront. It's going to be a lot of build for this place. But for now, I'm pretty happy with it. And I'm happy you were watching. If you were watching, thank you, as always, for watching. And I hope that I do see you